In a separate, equally harrowing incident from 2014, footage shows a driver cruising down Highway 78 at midnight when he encounters two traffic cones bizarrely blocking the road. As he slows to a stop, a man eerily steps into the car's headlights, walking toward him with suspicious intent. When the driver asks what's going on, the man doesn't respond. Instead, he reaches into his pocket, prompting the driver to floor it. It was later discovered the man and an accomplice were arrested and charged with DUI, but suspicions remain that something far worse was planned. In the early hours of July 6, 2023, in the quiet suburb of Browns Plains, Australia, a routine drive turned into a chilling ordeal, when a white car moving smoothly through roundabouts and onto an open road, recorded something deeply disturbing on its dash cam. Everything seemed perfectly normal until, without warning, a woman suddenly appeared in the vehicle's path and seemed to throw herself directly in front of the car. It wasn't a simple crossing, it looked deliberate, as if she was attempting to stage an accident. Just moments later, a man came rushing toward the scene, frantically waving and trying to flag down the driver. Perhaps trying to force a confrontation. But the driver, trusting his instincts, did the smartest thing possible. He hit the gas and got out of there immediately. Had he hesitated even for a second or stepped out to check on the woman, the outcome could have been tragic. The strange, overly dramatic behavior of the man and woman seemed less like genuine panic and more like a poorly executed performance. It became quickly apparent that something sinister was at play. The driver would later explain to the police that after the initial encounter, several shadowy figures emerged from the darkness and began sprinting toward his car from behind. That terrifying detail, which the dash cam failed to catch, was what truly confirmed the danger. It looked like a setup, not just for insurance fraud but potentially for robbery, extortion, or worse. An investigation was opened, but the perpetrators vanished without a trace. It's impossible to know what would have happened if the driver had stepped out. Some believe it could have ended in abduction or even murder. On May 9, 2022 in West Pensacola, Florida, a park dash cam captured a scene no one wants to imagine. An 11-year-old girl waited alone for her school bus when a white Dodge Journey circled her slowly. Despite her noticing the car, she remained calm, perhaps thinking nothing of it. But just minutes later, the same car returned and stopped. The driver got out and suddenly lunged at her. In a desperate struggle, the girl fought back with all her strength, and by a stroke of luck, the man tripped and fell. She broke free and he fled. Thankfully, his license plate was visible, and by nightfall he was in custody. The suspect, Jared Paul, had a lengthy criminal history and was found to be carrying a knife. It later emerged that the little girl had previously reported seeing the same white car near her bus stop, but her warning had gone unheeded. Another equally unsettling story comes from Keller, Texas, in 2016, where a YouTuber going by the name Bear with Hat captured a spine-tingling encounter. After leaving a friend's home, he noticed a white Dodge Challenger tailing him closely. He tried to lose the car by pretending to take a highway exit and swerving back onto a service road. But the Dodge followed, mimicking his every move. Growing increasingly panicked, the man pulled a sharp U-turn and parked near a hospital intersection, hoping to trap the car in the open. But when the Dodge stopped directly in front of him and two men started stepping out, he realized it wasn't paranoia. He was being hunted. One man approached his window while another moved out of view. Thinking quickly, the driver sped off, nearly hitting the second man in the process. He dropped his phone during the escape, too focused on survival to care. Eventually, he pulled into a grocery store known to be frequented by police, and sure enough, the sight of law enforcement was enough to scare the men off. Their intent remains unknown, but it's clear it wasn't just an innocent misunderstanding. Fast forward to July 23, 2023 in Oakland, California, a woman driving down Skyline Boulevard suddenly found her path blocked by a white Dodge Charger that stopped at an angle. Two men leapt from the vehicle and approached her car, banging on the windows and demanding she get out.
No.
Panic-stricken, she floored the accelerator and escaped. Police later revealed she had likely been targeted by the same men responsible for several carjackings in the East Oakland Hills. In another case out of Windsor, Canada, Vanessa Dawn was sitting in the back seat of her mother's car with her young daughter when a man approached and without hesitation, opened the passenger door and got inside. Startled and terrified, Vanessa screamed and the man quickly exited and drove off in his own vehicle. Authorities later arrested the intruder Coriol, and found he was connected to multiple thefts and fraudulent activities, confirming that this wasn't a one-time act. Whether he intended to steal the car or kidnap her daughter remains unknown, but either possibility is horrifying. On December 7, 2018 in Thailand, a man named Mano narrowly escaped death as he walked past an overhead power line that exploded just seconds after he passed. Caught on security footage, the explosion was later blamed on an electrical fault worsened by recent heavy rainfall. Mano was lucky; had he been slightly slower, he would have been killed. The incident shone a light on the dangerous infrastructure plaguing many urban areas in Thailand.